The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network. What up, everybody? This is Relatable Radio, where it is always ladies' night. Today, we have Amy back with us. Say
I'm
what's up.
back. Hello.
We have Allison.
Hi.
And the man, as always, running the ladies' night show.
Hi.
Taylor Cooper.
Hi. How you guys doing this week?
Good.
Some
Busy.
probably better than others, but I want to touch on something.
I'm a total asshole, right? Like, completely. Like, just full disclosure for everyone who's listening, I woke up probably like 20 minutes ago to a phone call. I'm like, hey, are you on your way? Oh, fuck.
Taylor was like hemming and hawing. I was like confused because I was like, did he call Amy or did he call Kev? Because Kev answered.
Yeah, I had gotten out of bed to go to the bathroom because I just woke up and my phone rings and Kev answers it.
Kev was so excited.
I could hear Kev's like smile. Like,
Yeah.
You were supposed to.
How much
supposed
shit
to
did he
be
give you?
there.
He's not used to me being in that role. It's usually him.
How much shit did he give you?
Not at all. The kids were not happy because usually I have to like prepare them for me to like leave.
Yeah.
But I told them I'd get Dunkin' Donuts on the way back, so then they didn't care so much that I was leaving. Yeah,
Mommy's bringing back treats. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's great.
Like, go ahead. The sooner you go, the sooner you'll come back and give us treats.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how that goes.
Kid logic.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm
were
sorry.
you just wanted to sleep? Get
No,
caught
like
up or-
I woke up at like 1 a.m. and then couldn't fall back asleep until like 4:30.
You should have
And
called
then-
me. I literally woke up at like 1:30 in the morning, and I remember looking at my phone and be like, wow, it's after 3 a.m. Like, when am I going to fall back asleep? Yeah.
So I think I fell back asleep. I put my phone down at 4:30, being like, okay, I have, like, I don't care if I sit here or wait. I have to at least like try. And then Jackson was up at 6:30. And then he would watch TV or whatever, but then he'd come in every like, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes just to be like, Mom, when are you waking up?
Yeah.
Not yet. Leave me alone. Mom, Cole's being mean. Deal with it.
Right.
Figure it out.
He's
Leave
your
me
brother.
alone.
That's what happens with siblings sometimes.
Yeah.
They're mean.
I say don't come to me until someone's bleeding.
That's I always say that. Are
I
you
don't wanna
bleeding?
know about
If
it,
there's
right.
no blood,
Figure it out.
then I don't care.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm gonna need a large amount of caffeine to get through the day today. So we have a busy day planned today too.
Yeah. How about you?
She was on time.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I figured if anything, because she was the one that went out last night, which we'll touch on in a minute.
Yeah,
that
that's right.
she was going to be the one that was running a little behind, because I know if I were hungover, I'd probably be dying in bed right now.
And she's saying you got makeup on, hair's up.
Well, I'm
Like, I
not
just, like,
hungover.
threw my
She's
hair
not
up.
hungover.
No, I'm not.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Amy, I live here. I did not go out last night, and I thought I was going to be late. I did. I like rolled out of bed, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got to record in like
Yeah, I totally
15
forgot.
minutes."
I got up before my alarm went off, got ready, fed the dog, took the dog for a little walk, came back, had some
cold
cereal, some tea.
Overachiever.
Some of us have a life to live today. I have to go play soccer out in this horrible cold weather
It's
today.
freezing outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
cold.
really cold.
Yeah.
Yesterday was beautiful, but today's cold.
It's windy too.
Well, there's all sorts of like branches down and like limbs, and I'm like, wait, did I miss something? Like I didn't realize it was all like that last night.
Last night I was getting ready for bed. I was like laying there. I'm like, Taylor, do you hear that? And he was like, what? I'm like, there's a noise outside the window. And I still don't really know what it was, but I'm thinking it had something to do with the wind. But it didn't sound like anything scraping the window. I can't describe it.
Nope, I'd be out.
I just was like,
I'd be out the back door.
the purge is starting. My life is over.
We saw the new Halloween the other night, and we pulled back into the parking lot, and I was like, "What if we go inside and get murdered?"
And I was like, what's wrong with you? Because we didn't leave any lights on.
that?
Normally
Why?
we leave like at least a light on.
It's like it's really
When we
dark
come
in
back.
there.
I was like, well, then you're going in first.
Just a friend of mine. So I was on vacation last week. So we'll talk about. But we're laying in the hotel room, and like I joke about how like my kids will like I'll open my eyes and my kids will just be there,
Yes,
creepy
so
in their
scary.
room, which they do. And so she turns to me right before we went to bed, and she's like, "Amy, if you wake up in the middle of the night and there's somebody standing over you, it's not your kids. You should be worried." And I'm like, "Who? Why would you say that to me?
How am I
right
supposed to
before
go to
we
sleep
bed? That's really fucked up. Thanks for that,
Man,
She's a true friend.
friends keeping it real.
So how was Halloween? Was it good?
It was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and I've only seen good reviews. I don't know if I've seen anybody that didn't like it. Taylor said he saw mixed reviews.
I saw some mixed reviews. I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I gave it an 8 on Might Be News, but like thinking about it and after reading a couple other things, probably knock it down to like 7.5.
Wow.
Just because, and maybe I shouldn't, but I don't know. But I think that like it is a repeat. It's 40 years later, but it's the same thing. There's a lot of throwbacks to the old one in it.
Is it the same as the other repeat they had a few years ago?
No.
See, this
Different.
disconnects
different.
That was
everything.
what her kid,
This-
wasn't it?
Correct. So they basically, all right, so Halloween 1 ended.
Mhm.
And the way that ended was Michael Myers was captured and put in a mental facility.
Right. This
Um,
picks up right where that
they're
left off.
getting
about
ready-
40 years later.
They're getting ready to transfer him to a different facility, which, spoiler alert, don't do it.
Yeah.
That's how he is.
Always a bad idea.
Like, can we all just admit this by now? Stop transferring these mentally unstable patients. They
No.
don't
That's how the movies
like
always
it.
start.
There's
They
no
don't like
motorcade.
it.
There was no motorcade. There was no
Right,
other
just some
cops
dude in a
around.
van.
There's just a bus full of Michael Myers and a bunch of
Yeah, a
other
bunch of crazy people getting transferred to a really, I guess, a less.
On what, October
Nice.
28th?
Yeah,
the 30th, I think it was.
I think it was the 30th.
Yeah, because like the next morning on Halloween, 40 years later,
He's out.
He's out. But it's like
He
so there's
goes
some cheesy
harder.
parts. Yeah,
he goes
there's-
much harder.
Well, he
this
said 40
movie.
years to like
of
let that shit
rage.
build up. Yeah.
It's creepy. They never show his face. They're so close. They never show his face without the mask, I should say.
Mhm.
Sorry. So, like, they show you like an eyeball. Like, it's really kind of creepy how they did it, but you never see the actual actor's face.
Mm.
It's
Who played him?
I don't know.
apparently it's the guy that played the original Michael
Oh,
Myers in the first
wow.
Oh,
movie. played
really?
him. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is probably
Even an
why
original.
a lot of the things seem so similar, like the way he walks and
Yeah.
the speed in which he walks.
Creepy.
Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. that's
She's
not
real hard
surprising.
in this. She might beat out Ripley as the hardest female like lead in a movie franchise.
I need like a night to sleep on that.
Ripley's
statement.
the girl from Sigourney Weaver from the Alien movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's hard.
She's pretty
But-
hard.
Jamie Lee Curtis goes real hard in this
And
movie.
she's like up there. How
Yeah.
old is she?
yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, she did great. It
Oh,
was good. It
she
was good.
spent 40 years of her life preparing for this moment.
It was very
That's-
jumpy.
and that, I mean, they get at that like right off the bat. Like, she's not fucking around.
Yeah.
So-
She's been preparing for 40 years for
She's
this
very
one guy to get
smart.
out.
She knew
and for
it was
this
happening
exact
one day.
thing to happen.
But in
yeah.
this, so it's really so
Wow.
Halloween H2O. She had a son who was played by
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett. Like,
Yeah.
none of those movies matter. Like, it's kind of like they never happened. In this movie, she has a daughter, and that daughter is married and has a daughter. You know what I mean? So it's just like a line of females,
Okay.
and they're all like strong, independent women.
Good.
Yeah.
As they should
It's
be.
kind of nice,
Yeah, it was-
actually.
Well, I'm sure she raised them to be that way, right? Like if you went
Yeah.
through that experience, you're not going to raise your daughter to be big pussy.
Right,
Like,
but
Yeah.
in a lot of regards, it hurt her relationship with her daughter. 'Cause
Everybody resents
Well, she's
Jamie Lee
fucked up.
Curtis.
she's
for all this.
planning
Yeah.
for like doomsday,
and they're all like, "Mom,"
and her
you're
daughter
being
just
ridiculous."
doesn't. Her
Right.
daughter just doesn't understand that. Like, if you don't live through it, then you can't really truly understand or appreciate what your mom went through to survive.
Yeah.
So,
The movie itself was very jumpy. There's a bunch of jumpy parts
Oh
where,
God.
you know.
God, he laughed at me at one point because I was like,
Well, Jackie, we've
no,
talked
I
about
quite
it on
no.
the show.
I went,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I made like a little, like, but it was like a silent,
Yeah.
like,
Because we've talked about.
I think the people next to me were laughing.
Yeah.
I
Well-
jumped during a
Broke the mood a little
preview.
bit.
There was a
Yeah.
preview before the movie I jumped at. And I was like, man, I knew it was coming, but still I wasn't like prepared. And they're like, it got you too. It was like all over my body, chills everywhere. Damn.
But like we had a very entertaining row of people
We did.
for Halloween.
That's nice.
We
It
did.
was
It was like an
Jackie
experience.
wasn't the only one getting jumps in the
Yes.
middle of the movie, but she was the only one that was like, "Ah."
It was like a quiet, like a whispered, like ah. But I can't even remember what
It
happened.
was so funny.
There was really one gross part where I was like, I can't eat the rest of my food.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
not a
done.
movie you want to go to the movie tavern for.
Well, no, but like you try to eat early on because you figure like that's
during
gonna be a lot of
the previews, you're
build up
trying to-
and
Yeah.
But I had looked away, so I was like, "Did they show it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then like 30 seconds later, they showed it again. I'm like, "And there's a reason I looked away.
Yeah.
Fuck my life."
I can't eat during The Purge, and I can't eat during American Horror Story.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that.
No,
We
No,
also
you
saw
can't
A Star Is Born.
I really wanted to see that.
It is phenomenal.
It looks so good.
It got
I've
me.
heard. I mean, like
I was
amazing
like,
things about
I'm not gonna cry. I got this. And guess what?
You cried. You cried.
I cried too.
Yeah.
I looked over at Taylor, and I was just like, had this look on my face, like,
I
yeah.
could see the tears glistening from like the
Like they
you know, the
couldn't
movie.
stop. Once they start, they couldn't stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see it got her, and then I was like, I was crying too. I don't know if you.
I
could
didn't see
but
him, so
I was definitely teared up at the end. It was good. But I wanted to ask you guys: have you seen any of the other ones?
No.
Because this is the fourth one, correct?
yeah, they had one in 1937, 1954, 1976, and now 2018.
Yeah, no, never seen them.
So
I
because
kind
I
of want
didn't
to go
know,
back and watch all of them.
I didn't know the story going into it, and I didn't know if this was going to be the same as those, or
Mhm.
if you know.
I think it's generally the same. Like he's a celebrity, older, struggles with alcoholism, kind of washed up a little bit, and then she becomes
Finds-
famous.
yeah.
Kind of deal.
The
A Star Is Born.
the performances by both of them, incredible.
I mean, even listening to the interviews and them talk about each
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
Yeah.
are like
Chemistry's great.
super emotional and amazing. How
Yeah.
much they were like
Yeah.
blown away by each other.
Yeah. Well, and they wrote the soundtrack and performed it, the whole thing.
Mhm.
So they were bouncing ideas off each other the whole process, not even just from an acting standpoint, but from the heart of the movie is the music,
Yeah.
because the music itself tells a lot about the
And like
characters.
Bradley
and the
Cooper
story.
sings in this, and he's the director, and he's acting in it, and I'm like, I love you.
Yeah, no, I do love Bradley Cooper.
Sorry, Taylor. I love you too. but-
He's a trip in this
Yeah.
movie. He's really good, like really, really good, and the directing was great. Like that's the thing that I walked away the most impressed with, to be honest, was
You would.
the directing of it,
He's a behind the scenes man.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
lighting, like the way that like all of the music and like the stage stuff, like the live
Mhm.
performances were so dope. Like the way that they shot it,
Mhm.
the lighting effects, and like it just really kind of put you like you were on stage with them, which
Yeah.
is really cool. It was really
That's
cool.
cool.
I need
And the
to see
music
that.
was
So go
great.
see it.
Yeah.
Go see
Because
it.
I'm not a
do that.
country guy, and I said this to you last
Yeah.
night. It wasn't like that twangy country. It was like more bluesy.
Yeah.
So if you're not a country fan, don't let that discourage you from seeing this movie.
And it's
Bradley
funny,
Cooper kills it, and it's
'cause
good
even
music.
if it was like, I still like that movie Country Strong, and that was like country, but I still like that movie.
I'd probably bow out of that,
No, we're gonna watch it now.
because this was for all intents and purposes, this is a musical movie. It's a movie that has a
Right.
lot of music in it. It's not musical like Beauty and the Beast or
Where
blah,
they're
blah, blah.
performing numbers, talking about the
Yeah.
scene that they're
right,
in.
Right, but this is
They're on stage performing, or Yeah.
writing music together, things of that nature. So
It's
it is.
great.
It's a very musical movie, and it's very, very dope.
the whole cast knocked it out of the park. So.
Lady Gaga was fantastic.
She's amazing.
They're
She's
gonna.
fantastic.
They better sweep at the Oscars.
Oh,
That's all
yeah,
I'm gonna
sure
say.
She will. They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything that it's nominated for, I will be surprised if it doesn't win it. Like
Yeah.
it was.
But then
really,
again,
really
it's
good.
going to depend who else is the contenders in the
I was
category.
gonna say it all
'cause-
depends on what other movies.
Yeah, I'm going to be really excited to see that list when it comes out. Let's actually announce this year's
We'll talk
nominees.
About it.
This
and not
year's.
last year's
Yeah.
nominees.
Let's do that. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
I
do
saw
that.
a movie too. Not nearly as exciting. But I saw Smallfoot with the boys. I took off on Thursday because I was in North Carolina, and then I was on vacation, and then I haven't seen my kids in like ever. So Thursday I kept the kids home from or Cole home from school, And they had like dentist appointments, and I'm like, let's go see a movie and have a day, and like the three of us just hang out. And they were assholes the entire time. We regret it, but we did go see the movie. They had totally like in that moment of like all I wanted was to have like this great, fun, awesome day and spend time with them. And like I spent the whole time yelling at them. And like I'm like, can you what? Come on.
I always say like I don't want to yell at you. Like,
no, stop making me do
like
this.
Yeah,
you're turning me into this person. I had to turn the car around. Like it was so bad. Anyway, so we went to see Smallfoot, which was really great. Common was awesome in it. Like he was amazing.
He's one of the Bigfoot people, right? He's
like the guy in charge of the Yetis or the Bigfoot community. Like he's, the master storyteller, and he's the one who, has all the laws and all the everything that these people follow. And then you find out it's a whole like conspiracy theory, but he had one number in it, where he was explaining the true history of like their civilization and why they do what they do to the main character who was Channing Tatum. And it was really, really great. It reminded me a little bit of like the scene in Lion King with, Scarface with the hyenas and stuff, like that kind of like intense type of. It was a little similar to that,
like dark.
Yeah, totally. It was really good. There were other few songs and stuff in the movie too, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Did the boys like it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
We were the only people in the theater because it was 3 o'clock on a Thursday, which was nice because they kind of like walk, like when they get antsy, they can like walk around and like, and it wasn't a big deal.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
The food at the movie tavern sucks still. I don't know why. Like, hey, did you guys get food? You got food?
Yeah.
I've been super like just they changed their menu. And
what did you get though?
This time I just got baskets of fries and like a side salad because I'm like, I'm not even ordering anything. Because
what have you gotten in the past though?
Cole and I, last time we went, he got the kids like little sliders and they were like fucking hockey pucks.
Oh.
I got the BLT avocado sandwich, which wasn't horrible.
I think I've had that before.
It was okay.
It was something weird with it, though.
Yeah, it was.
You weren't a fan of that.
I wasn't a fan.
Like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't nearly as good as it could have been.
I got the chicken tenders yesterday. Those were good.
I used to get the fried pickles. They were like my favorite, and now they turned them into pickle spears. I don't want fried pickle spears. Sorry, Taylor. I know this is very upsetting. Listen to, but like I want the sliced pickles. Like I don't want a whole spear. Like that's not. It's too much pickle. I want more breading. It's not.
Yeah.
That was very disappointing. And then we got Cole didn't need his sliders because they were so bad. And so I'm like, well, how about we just get like nachos and we'll just get
nachos
right? Right. You can't fuck that up. Chips and cheese. So I literally got a whole plate of just chips with like queso on top. And the queso was horrible. It had a weird taste to it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, how do you mess up queso? I was so disappointed.
I ordered nachos as like my meal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so many. Like
it's massive.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And like I knew he wouldn't eat any of it. So it was like up to me. And I mean you could tell. You could tell I put a dent in it, but like
a dent.
It's an undertaking.
I was like, I looked at him, I was like, I'm not getting the nachos. Like I'm not doing it. Did we get food Friday night?
Yeah, but we didn't get much because we weren't that hungry.
Their fries are good.
I ended up getting the kids' meal sliders, and they were good. They were
maybe
good
it was
when I got
just the day that we went that it was really.
I got hummus. I've just been ordering like appetizers for the meal.
Even the appetizers are like weird options.
Did you like the hummus?
Like
I did. It's not the best hummus I've ever had, but I like it. Came with pitas. It came with carrots, celery, cucumbers, spears, which was weird. You want to talk about weird? The cucumbers were spears, not circles.
So
I've never seen that.
I use with my hummus. It's like my favorite snack right now. But I'll get the mini cucumbers because I like the flavor of the mini ones, and I do cut them into. I'll cut it in half and then cut it into quarters, long ways, so I can like scoop it.
Scoop it.
Yeah. So I do cucumber.
It looked like pickles. Like that's what the spears look like. Yeah. But then when you bite it, and you're like, not a pickle. This is still weird. Yeah. We used to. One of our favorite appetizers there was the fried mac and cheese bites.
Oh, that's right. I feel
And
like
they
they
got
used
rid
to
of
have
that.
a lot of like classic, like great, really high calorie, delicious foods. And now they're like, there's just weird things. There's nothing like normal on the menu.
But it's nice that they're offering something
but
different.
There's sweet potato tater tots.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. That it's like they just like made it weird. I don't.
Yeah, don't
why'd
make
you
it
have
weird.
No, don't just tater tots. Like I love sweet potatoes, but like just tater tots. You don't have to mess with it.
Right.
It's tater tots. It's a crowd pleaser. Everybody loves it,
including Napoleon Dynamite.
I get
Right?
I usually get the same thing every time I go there, which is the Chipotle chicken sliders. They're slamming.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Yeah,
I
haven't been to the movie tavern. I can't even tell you.
Really?
Maybe when it opened.
I love going
That's
to
the
the
last
movie
time I was there.
Because
we were trying to figure out what we first saw at the movie tavern, and we can't remember.
I can't remember. I don't
We
know.
went. It was the Monday after Thanksgiving because we got home. We went. This is when I first met your dad. We got home like late Sunday, and we decided to go Monday to see a movie. Can't remember what movie.
Because we've gone to see
I was like, you guys see a ton of movies.
150,000
I
movies
see like
since
3
that day.
movies maybe a year, and 2 of them are usually kids.
And we've
I couldn't
seen
even
two-
remember the movie we saw last, and I sat there. I was like, there was some other movie where I was like, I can't eat anymore because it was a gross scene, and then I was like, oh, something in Venom. We just saw Venom, so it's like we've seen 3 movies in the past month.
Wow. My last one was Winnie the Pooh. Whatever that
how
one
was that?
called. It was really
Was it good?
Yes.
It looked really
Was it
good.
the
Like the
Christopher
message
Robin?
behind it was very like adult and you
Yeah.
know, like I went home and I was like, I need to reconsider how I handle my life. Like Winnie the Pooh just got to me.
Oh my god!
That's the newest one with
Christopher Robin. I
okay.
guess what's it called?
Yeah, I think it's Christopher Robin.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was good. The beginning was
Where
more
he has
adult.
like kids and stuff, and
Yeah, like
he's
the
lost
boys were
the
like,
magic.
I was losing them the first like 15, 20 minutes.
And they
I
were
was
like,
fuck.
yeah.
Here we go.
It's
And
never
then like they
good.
got into it, and Landon was like, "That was like one of the best movies I've ever seen."
Nice.
Wow, that's
yeah,
cool.
it was good.
I think the last movie I saw before Smallfoot was Transylvania 3. Or Hotel Transylvania 3,
okay,
which
yeah.
was really good. Great soundtrack. Like they danced the whole time, and there was good. They were on it was funny. Those
I've only
movies are
seen-
funny.
I only saw the first one and I liked it.
The second one wasn't great. The first one was good. The third one was really good. I think the third one's actually my favorite.
Is Adam Sandler still in it? Is he
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
Dracula? Yeah.
It's all about him finding a girlfriend.
Okay.
And it's real, especially the scene where he's like asking Siri things and she keeps misunderstanding him. And it's hysterical. Like he's very like old man trying, he's a grandfather and like trying to find a girlfriend. And then there's this whole, of course, backstory and whatever. It was good. It was really good.
That's awesome.
Did we see the Hunger Games in the theater? Mockingjay.
All of them. We saw all of them in the theater.
Is that what you saw?
I think that's what we saw. I think we saw Mockingjay Part 2 in the theater.
That might have been it.
Now you can sleep tonight.
Yeah.
I can sleep tonight.
Oh, good.
I'm a true detective. I Googled movie releases of November 2015, and I saw Mockingjay. I'm like, had to have been that.
We watched so many like cop shows and stuff. Jackie's just like on it.
Yeah.
I should have been a detective.
You could be, right? Be a PI,
Yeah,
right?
thought about that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, because I'm always like, let's put a tracker on this person's car and see where they're going. Just for shits and gigs.
Well, after break, we'll talk about your trip,
Yeah.
your vacation, your momication.
Momication.
Allison, you went to a comedy club, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
And Jackie and I made it through season 3 of The Wire.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey everybody, this is Kevin Reevey. Check out Might Be Sports exclusively on MBN Network.
I watch sports. I don't like analyze sports. You know what I mean? I watch it, like you said a few minutes ago. There's nothing better to me than football on Sunday. It's like this thing. When football season starts, everything else stops for me. I tell Jackie all the time, you have, just like the Eagles, you have a bye week. You can pick the week. I don't care what it is. That Sunday is yours. Other than that, football Sunday, that's what it is. Period.
New episodes every Wednesday. Why? Because I asked nicely.
Welcome back to Relatable Radio. I
Yo.
have here Taylor Cooper,
What up?
Amy,
Hello.
Allison,
What up?
myself. I can't remember what we were just going to talk about. I fucked it up. I don't have notes in front of me.
That's my job. I'm sorry. I was late.
My note taker.
Well, Amy just got back from
Oh, yeah.
Momication.
Let's talk about your Momication.
2018. So this year we went. So it's two of my girlfriends. I work with them. Well, one of them I knew, but she actually got me this job. We used to be roommates. And every year, every October, we're like, okay, let's get the kids back in school, schedule settled a little bit, and let's get the fuck out of here. So like every year, like this year I added a date because I'm the planner. Surprise of the vacation. They're like, Amy, where are we going? And I present them with like 3 different options. And then it's like, okay, we can go here, here, or
like
here.
A report.
This is with like total details,
posters,
like options, and no, it's that's me.
She's making poster boards.
Yeah, right.
We got glue
Pros
sticks
and cons
glitter.
to this one.
So this year we've gone in the past. We went to Washington D.C. Last year we went to the Poconos for a very like chill, rented house in the Poconos. Went horseback riding, like very low key. And this year we're like, we need to like do something more this year. So one of my friends, Jamie, is like total history. We're all kind of history nerds, but she's like uber history nerd. And she's never been to Williamsburg before, and I haven't been in years. And it's like, we can drive there, and so that's where we went. And it was awesome. I mean, obviously Williamsburg doesn't change much, so it was pretty much the same as it was before. But we did 2 days of actual like Williamsburg. We shopped a lot. There's like that, what's it called? Merchant Square, like at the end of Williamsburg, would have all sorts of like cool shops. We went to there's like a Yankee Candle down there, but it's like a warehouse. It's like you can spend like hours. Did you see my videos? Allison, you would have literally you would have had just stopped and cried. Like I love Christmas, but not like you do. And I walked into this room and I almost cried. There was it was like
great.
It was all
the music was festive.
It snowed in the fucking room.
Great.
It snowed, and Santa was there, and he had this big giant book, right? So we're and like my name is AMIE. Like people, I never see my name anywhere, and like some of our kids have weird spellings. So we went through the book. My fucking name was there. Literally, it was like every name.
Santa knew.
He knew. And it was, I mean, like my friend's daughter's name is Alexandra, but she spells it with a K, so she never can find her name. Her name was there. It was magical.
Yeah, it was great. Danny was like, Allison,
oh my,
see this? Go on Instagram, look.
Like there was like a bridge with like the lights and it was amazing.
It was like a Hallmark movie.
It was like I didn't want to leave the room.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I didn't want to leave it.
Did you do one of those guided? What was it called? Like the ghost tour?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to, but my friends are pussies and they didn't want to do it.
Dude, it's not that scary.
And I'm like, it's not like a haunted house. I'm like,
you don't go in.
No.
You just stand on the outside.
They just walk you around and tell you
different stories.
Crazy stuff that happened.
Yeah, I totally wanted to, and
fun.
It's their fault that I didn't get to. They were totally not into it.
It was pretty cool.
No, one of them was like, well, we can. I'm like, no, I'm not going to force you to do it because I know you don't want to. So yeah, we would be like, super. So it's funny because all 3 of us kind of look for different things in a vacation. So sometimes it's hard to like find the balance. My girlfriend Jamie is like go. Like she could literally go from sun up to sundown and just be going the entire time. Then Vanya is very like, let's just chill and like read a book all day and like do nothing. And then I'm kind of in the middle. Like I want to go, but then I want to chill, right? Have some drinks.
So you're like balancing both.
That's my role in our relationship, our triangle. It's like I'm the middleman between the two. So it was good. We would like go hard in the morning and like we're walking around doing stuff. And then we go back to the hotel. We would like chill, take a nap. We did that occasionally. Then like figure out what we're doing for dinner, and we stayed in Homewood Suite, so we had a kitchen. So like we had stocked the fridge with all sorts of like alcohol and like snacks and stuff. So it was fun. It was awesome. It's just so nice to like breathe. Yeah, I feel like just like get away
and not be on like a schedule and just
you're not mom at all for like days, which
you can get yourself breakfast before you get the house breakfast.
Right, like I could just go get breakfast and then I can just sit and eat.
Right.
And it's like, wait, this is
and you're eating. You're not.
I don't have to eat in 2 minutes.
Cereal.
Like I can actually enjoy
your
this.
Breakfast is probably warm. Your coffee is warm.
I drank my tea hot the whole time. that doesn't happen. Like that really, like literally it takes me hours to finish a glass of tea because I just keep getting interrupted. And then I'm like, oh, it's cold. So I'm just going to,
now it's iced tea.
It's iced tea with cream and sugar, which is weird. So yeah, it was really nice. We had an awesome time.
And how long were you there for?
We left on Friday morning and came back on Tuesday.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah,
which is nice because it's 5 hours away. So we needed some travel time, which is why I made them add a day. So if it was up to me, I'd be like, guys, let's go to Europe somewhere. Like, I'm the one who's like, I'm out. Like, I'll leave my kids for a week. I'm good. Like, it's fine. Like, Kevin's got this. Not a big deal.
Survive. They're gonna
They'll
survive.
Be fine. I need a break.
Mommy needs.
Yeah.
I saw a meme and I actually sent it to my sister Maggie, and I was like, "Your kids don't need a perfect mom. They need a happy mom."
Right? Yeah,
true.
they do. Yeah.
And she I sent her a text we were at work. And I sent it to her. And she wrote back "Oh, Jackie," and I was like, "Don't you even think about fucking crying right now?" I sent her back this threatening text message.
Don't do
and
it.
then I just hear her giggling in her office because we work diagonal from one another. I was like, "Don't even fucking cry right now because I'll fucking cry with you."
Yeah, I needed a break. And it's funny the one. So Jamie has 2 kids, the same exact ages of mine, and Van has 1. She's a 6-year-old little girl who's a handful. But awesome. And Van's the one who only has 1 kid who's always like, no. She hesitates. And I'm like, it's because you only have 1. If you had 2, you'd be like, peace, I'm out. There'd be no guilt, no nothing.
Yeah. There was a thing I saw on Facebook, and it was moms with 3 kids experience more stress than any other amount of children, including 4. And I thought that was weird. I didn't read the whole thing because I'm like, this is based off of one woman who probably has 3 kids.
Yeah.
Because I think about my sister, I'm like, she's pretty stressed and she has 4.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think it just depends on your kids and their attitudes and how well they listen.
Van has the same amount of stress with 1 as I probably do with 2, if not maybe sometimes a little bit more. Yeah. Because her daughter is just like her and very headstrong and very, very independent and very demanding. Whereas mine are mostly good. My kids aren't assholes. They're good kids. They're boys. Kids, but they're boys. So it's I bet your 3rd kid, Kev, I just tell him is the worst kid. He's the worst. Yeah. He is. The other 2, at least my expectations are really low because they're 6 and 3, right? I don't expect all that much from them. But my adult child, the expectations are higher. And then when it doesn't happen and it's it's really frustrating.
Just set yourself up for failure. You got to knock him off that pedestal a little bit.
Did you catch Kev's best episode yet on Might Be News?
I didn't. I haven't caught up yet from all the episodes from when I was in North Carolina for a while and then for a few days for work and then I went to Williamsburg. So I just been
his best performance was the week that he wasn't here. I know he was.
He was like, "Oh, Taylor thinks he's funny."
Because he called me when it came out. He's like, "You're fucking garbage. You're garbage. I'm coming in with heat. You're garbage." I'm just like, yo, I thought it was hysterical because Jackie was here. It's like, I'm just gonna pretend that he's here the whole time. Just play along with it. I'm just gonna pretend like he's here.
Is that okay?
It was weird though. I came back on Tuesday afternoon. We went to pick up Jackson. Jackson had been like, "Mommy," all week. When I'm talking to him on the phone, I miss you. When are you coming home? I go walk into his sitter's house. He's sitting on the couch. He's like, "Mommy," he gets all excited. And then he gets up and runs right past me to Kevin. And I was like, what are you, why would you,
I'm home.
Hello.
Jerk.
Oh my gosh.
I'm your mother.
So then
say
we
hello
go to you. Yeah, and then we go to the grocery store and we get out of the car and the boys go to hold his hand and I'm sitting back and I'm like, this is weird because I'm I'm mom. Yeah, it's always me. Yeah, Kevin's usually the one following behind, trying to pretend we're not his. And I'm and it was just such a weird because he spent so much time with them that they've developed now this
which relationship,
is which is good.
But
they needed it.
Yeah,
it's one of the. But it's
how do you win with that? How do you win? There's got to be a nice balance. I don't know if I could handle it.
I like the fact that
they're not attached to you.
Yeah, right.
Now they know they can go to daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's sometimes it's well, guys, I'm still here.
Yeah, we'll be back to the same in a week.
Right.
Yeah,
I was just going to say that. Yeah,
it will.
How has dinners been?
Oh yeah,
the
dinner thing has been. Well, I was
it's probably shit now because Kevin had to do it.
Exactly. So And Kevin, even last week when I came home, like he was like making dinners every night, which was weird. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? It's like, I'm really glad you're home.
He's domesticated.
This is why I need to go away so that they see that like
they can survive.
You see all the things I do, and when I'm not there, you can
Appreciate
see all the things I don't do. But yeah, so the dinner thing I did do last night, I was so excited. I made like turkey and gravy with stuffing and mashed potatoes and carrot. And it was like so, I mean, Kevin and I were like so hype about it. And the kids like looked at the table. There's nothing here that I like. I'm like, oh, wow, that sucks for you.
Did you say stuffing?
Yeah, cornbread
mashed
stuffing and mashed potatoes.
So you had like Thanksgiving.
I totally did.
Did you have cranberry sauce?
And they
No,
said
I
there
didn't
was
have cranberry
nothing.
No. Oh, my kids, no, they don't eat mashed potatoes. Cole has decided he likes stuffing. So Cole, and it's so funny, like he tries to one-up his brother all the time. Jackson had a little bit of turkey. He ate his carrots because Kevin came home drunk from the Flyers game. So it was an interesting dinner in general. Because Kevin was like, I don't care. Just eat one thing. I don't care what you eat, just one thing and then you can get up. I don't care. I'm not dealing with it today. So Jackson ate his carrots and then was like, oh, I'm getting up. And I'm like, he's going to be miserable later. Whatever. You don't want to eat, but you're not getting anything else. And then so Cole was like, oh, well. And Kevin was like, you just have to eat one thing. And Cole was like, well, I'm going to eat everything. Because he's just trying to one up his brother. And I'm like, I'm good with it. That's fine. Yeah. Go for it. And he did. As he's like, he gags all the time. Like, I was thinking of you, Taylor. As he's like,
That's me.
I think it's just his like automatic reaction is to like, well, I'm like, what are you doing? It's turkey and gravy. It's not crazy. Like this is not something nuts.
I'm not crazy about gravy, but I could eat it.
Yeah, Cole, I don't think likes. He's not a big fan of like sauces.
Okay.
So like if I had given him, but the turkey was cooked in the gravy, so I couldn't like take it out.
Like my mom used to like make if they did like hot roast beef sandwiches, she would just set roast beef aside and not have it in the gravy for me.
Yeah, and I think
but I could totally eat it if I had to. It makes the bread really soggy.
I love it soggy.
Oh, I like soggy bread.
Oh, I love
My
it.
God,
but not
you guys are weird.
But I don't like.
I like it too.
I don't like tomatoes on my hoagies.
Soggy bread.
Well, with roast beef
with
and
like
gravy,
hot
yes.
sandwiches, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if there's a tomato on my hoagie and the bread gets soggy, I don't like that.
I don't like soggy tomato
I have
bread.
to go.
No, tomato bread's gross.
I feel betrayed by all three of you right now.
You know I love French dip.
Yes,
French
right.
I
but
love
like,
French dip.
but
I'm
like,
a French
well,
dip
first off,
connoisseur.
you eat so fast that your bread doesn't have time to get soggy. Let's be serious here for a moment.
Before I had Landon, I had
It's true.
6 French dips.
Wow.
Like in one sitting.
Oh yeah.
what was it that you had that you like obsessed about with summer? It was some sort of sandwich, wasn't it?
Oh my God, I love turkey hoagies.
Turkey hoagies, yes.
But like I would tell the Wawa people, I was like, look, I put extra mayo on that. I want extra mayo, mayo on the side. I want to dip the shit in the mayo. Like, don't play around.
Were they like, okay, lady? Or were they just like, hey, Allison?
I know you by name now. You don't have to specify. We know.
Yeah. Crazy prego here. Like, let's get this lady a fucking tub of mayo.
Yeah. I loved it.
So tell us about this comedy club you went to last night.
Yeah. So we went, it was in Doylestown. I've never been to a comedy show. It was like in an attic above this like taco restaurant.
Okay.
So the comedians, definitely fed on that.
Yeah.
But there were.
Did you mean to say fed on that with tacos?
Like, oh my God, look, I'm catching on to some of their comedian stuff. So they had like 5 comedians before like the big act, which was Isaacs and Baker. 2 guys who do a lot of like whose line is it anyway type of stuff.
Nice.
One of the comedians before him, he was so funny. I had tears streaming down my face. But my sister, my youngest sister, she's 20, she'll be 24. She ended up on stage and she had to be the arms of one of the comedians. And then they got another dude up there to be for the other guy. And they made a story about having to be in space. And my sister had to do like all these things with her. It was so funny.
How many people would you say were at the club?
Probably 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she just like volunteer?
Oh, she was like, well, apparently I thought she was raising her hand. She was raising her hand, but pointing to me. And my mom was behind me, like pointing to me. I would have died. Although, I probably would have went up there and like, I can do this. But
you are an internet sensation now.
Yeah.
Allison.
So I asked my sisters last night, we were at dinner and we are just talking. I'm like, guys, look, do you guys have a pen? I know you want my autograph. So I'll just give it to you. You can be my first.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut the fuck up, Alex.
Totally famous.
When I was a kid and like knew how to like sign my name, I literally just went around with a little piece of paper like, here's my autograph. You're gonna want it one day.
Yeah, like I'd practice.
Nicole's been asking how to write his name in cursive because that's
well, they don't teach that anymore.
Do they not teach it at all?
I don't believe so.
Aren't you supposed to like sign your name for like legal documents?
Right.
I guess nowadays they just make you initial, but even still, you know how to have.
It's all DocuSign. It's just a click. You don't even have to sign anything.
You know, like, don't you have to? I thought you had to sign it at least once, and then the DocuClick makes it
DocuSign
automatically.
will give you a pretend like signature and be like, this is going to be your signature, and then that's what you use.
This is what your name looks like in cursive.
You can't read this, but this says your name.
I would sign Engel, and then at the end of the last E, the line would go up, and I would make a star.
I like the star.
Oh.
I had to change my signature completely when I got married. Because with Amy D'Annunzio, I did like the round A's because the D and the A it worked, and then I had this K, and I'm like, I can't do the round A with the K.
C for Cooper. It looks stupid.
Yeah, it's like the.
When do I get used to it?
Maybe you can do the little loop up on the top of the C. That's a little fun to like do the little loop and give it some pizzazz.
Like at work, a lot of times, like I'll use my initials for things, and it's always been JE, and now I do JEC, and I'm like, the C looks so.
Never get it right.
Spaced weird.
Yeah, because it's open, right? I feel that's the issue with it. It's all the way
There's no
open
nice
on the
way.
end.
Yeah. I try to change my name at the DMV. They were like,
"There's my C." You see?
Yeah, I see your C.
You see my C?
Here's mine. Ready?
Do it.
We're practicing our C's.
Yeah, like changing your name, you got to kind of figure this out, and like it's a whole new. Oh, that's not bad.
Your C's. Wow.
I like the J and the C, but the J,
it was like JEC.
The J and the C look good though.
That's how my thing looks.
Yeah, that's weird.
At work,
I like your
stupid.
signature though, because the J and the C are very similar, and I feel like they have to kind of like match a little bit.
Yeah, but the apparently PennDOT has an issue when you try to make your middle name your maiden name, and the guy was like, "Well, the easiest things is your voter registration card and your bank statement. If they say Jacqueline Engel Cooper, then you can come back and we'll change your middle initial from M, which was Marie, to E for Engel." And I was like, okay.
A friend of mine did that and she regretted it completely because everything got all complicated.
But why? I mean, my whole life, 33 solid years, almost 34, I've been Jacqueline Marie Engel. No one knew my middle name. And my coworker is the one that kind of put this idea in my head. She was like, her legal name is Elisa Bonasoni Martel. Okay. Bonasoni was her maiden name. And she's like, everybody knew Elisa Bonasoni. No one knew my middle name. She's like, but how would people ever find me again? Yeah. That like I went to school with, or, you
disappear.
So it's like, why should I lose part of my identity just because I got married?
I had total panic attacks about changing my name when I got married. And I didn't expect to at all. Like I didn't, it never been, like I always wanted to get married. Like I didn't have any problem with like committing myself to someone forever. But like then all of a sudden I'm like, but I'm Amy D. Like, and that's your identity. It's your name. And then all of a sudden it's like
easier to spell Kinderman than D'Annunzio.
Oh, it is for sure. It's kinder man instead of like me. There's an apostrophe in D'Annunzio. It was very complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I didn't want to do it. Kevin was so offended. But I was like, it's my name. It's mine. It's me. It's my name. Like all of a sudden, you're supposed to like have a whole different name. It was bad.
How I felt.
But now I'm just AK-47, so I'm good.
Nice.
Anyway, comedy club.
Yeah.
We totally got off on a tangent.
Yeah. This happens.
Very
relatable.
No, I mean, I would totally do it again. It's $25.
Right. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, for 8 to 10. 8 to 10. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We were going to go to Helium one time, but the show got canceled. And then, like a year later, Charlie Murphy died. That's who we were going to go see. So we got refunded the money because the show got canceled. And, we were waiting to see if he was going to come back around. And then like a year later, he died. So
I was supposed to see TLC once before Life died. Yeah. And they like canceled it because of what's her name? She's got that blood disorder.
Chili?
T-Boss.
T-Boss.
Yeah.
T-Boss.
Yeah. She's got that blood disorder. Anyway.
Lupus?
So like
Sickle
No,
cell.
sickle cell. And they kept like rescheduling, and then they just canceled it, and then she died. And I'm like, oh,
my
that never had that
God.
experience. So
I
I'm
get-
still disappointed.
I get sad when I think about certain celebrities, especially like musical groups, because they'll never be whole
Yeah.
again.
Right.
Like TLC. Do you just go by TC?
PC.
Taylor Cooper? I'm
No,
just
they
kidding.
still
They still go by TLC. I know.
Their legal name.
I know. That's their act. But I get upset when I think about Left Eye.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, that
died over like in Honduras,
Right?
right?
She burnt down her boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
I do.
She was a little crazy.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I feel like out of 3 people in a group, one has to be crazy, and it would be Allison.
Yeah.
She'd probably light some shit on fire if need be.
Yep.
Yup.
Consider
We
it
support
done.
you. We'll bail your ass out.
I'd probably be right beside you.
I would
Recording
just plan
She
it
lit
and then
the
let you
match
guys
and
go.
threw it, but like I was totally like, just fucking do it already.
Do it. You won't.
Do what you want. Yeah, prove it. Prove to me you're not a bitch right now.
I will say during the comedy show, the worst, and I could see the comedians getting like frustrated. So the last act was when they had to like, they were making up, pretending the guy they brought on stage was Korean. He was not Korean. So they wanted him to kind of put him in an awkward position where he had to talk Korean. And they were talking about a book he wrote about flowers and sex. So
Wait,
he
this
had
is
to
a
talk-
random guy they brought up
random
on
guy they
stage?
brought on stage, and the middle guy was the translator, so he would translate back. So, but this guy could not understand. Like you have to be like hong ching ching chong ching. Like he would be like Denzel Washington.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? They were like, who do you want to play in a movie? And he was like Denzel Washington.
So he was just saying it in an accent instead of like.
in English. It
So
was just
he
very
didn't get
weird.
the joke at all.
No, and they were getting so frustrated with him, and then
They
they
were
were like, okay,
because he was ruining it.
right.
Yeah.
It's
He
like when
ruined the
Michael
whole bit.
Scott
And, like, the middle
kept
guy
pulling out
was
the
like-
gun
Yeah.
in his improv class. That's what I'm thinking of. Like the guy won't stop.
Yeah.
He just told me he has a gun. That's all I thought of. Sorry. I figured you could relate to
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Man.
No, but other than that, it was good. It was awkward. It was an awkward finish, but
It was good though.
yeah, it was really, really funny.
I'd been like, I need a new volunteer.
I know. I felt bad for them. Like I was like,
Yeah.
Like,
Guy.
let me do this. I got
Right.
this.
I
Yeah.
got
I could
this,
totally
guys.
get. Yes, I would be up there,
Yeah.
Korean it up.
Oh my God.
Well, real quick, making it through the wire,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we're gonna talk. Let's talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yeah.
nominations real quick before we
Okay.
get out of here.
Do it.
Well, we just finished season 3 of The
Season
Wire.
3 of The Wire. It's getting
My
hairy.
social experiment that this started out to be
Yeah.
has been very successful in The Wire.
You know, from that
Jackie
short
does
clip
not
I
look
saw,
happy
I
about
was
that.
like, it kind of drew me in a little bit.
Yeah, because Allison watched a little bit when she got here. We were finished.
I
Today
one of
when
the
I was
episodes.
super late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finished an episode.
I was like, come have a seat. I moved my full body massager
I
off
knew
the couch.
that you
for
guys
Do you
were
guys have a
finishing an
blanket?
episode.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you had time to finish, which is why I totally overslept and forgot that I had to be
I
here.
totally fell asleep in the the later half of the episode we were watching last night.
Nobody's
so
surprised.
I
No.
know.
That's kind of your
It's a
thing.
struggle.
Well, you made it through quite a few yesterday.
Well, I took a muscle relaxer
Nice.
Friday night. And
You said nice.
No, I love muscle relaxers. They're my favorite. Sorry.
Right? So I took one because like my neck
I
has
carry
just
my
been,
stress in my muscles,
Yeah.
so muscle relaxers are good for me.
Nice.
It was I was laying there, couldn't get comfortable. And then Friday night he was like, just take one of my
And
muscle
you just
relaxers.
sink into the couch and your
So,
whole body just relaxes.
I didn't even see your husband's Friday night. I took one. I went to go lay down in bed. I heard them come in. I don't even remember if did I say hi?
No,
had
you
no
were in
idea.
bed. You were in bed.
I was in bed and I fell asleep. And I mean, you kind of woke me up the next morning. It was like 8:30, which like never happens. And I was like drowsy all day. I was like, I gotta go see a movie this morning. Like, God, I hope I stay awake. Like, did we get coffees after? We did.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Where'd you go?
Ugh.
Dunkin'
We ended up
Donuts.
going to Dunkin'.
Uh,
The line we were going to do the drive-through Starbucks in Exton, the one across
Yeah.
from the mall, and the drive-through line was backed out.
out onto the.
And we were like, "F that."
yeah.
Not only that, I don't like Starbucks. It is way too bold. I'm surprised you like it because we like creamer.
Well, we got iced coffees this time. And usually 99% of the time I get a Frappuccino, mocha Frappuccino. It's sweeter.
That's what Kevin likes.
It's not as crazy.
More expensive.
It is.
For sure.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. This only cost us like $8 for 2 ventis.
2 ventis.
And I was like, how are you drinking this? I got home and added one of my sweeteners to it. Maybe 2 sweeteners, actually. If I'm being honest.
But to get back to it before we go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you liked season 3?
Yes, season 3 was great. We just finished episode 2, right, of season 4. And I'm really excited for the season. I know it's your favorite season.
Oh.
He's probably going to be all lamped up like, okay, let's rewind this. Did you see this? Did you see his face? Did you? And I'm going to have to be like, pump the brakes, dude.
Pump the brakes.
But,
I'm going to say it again, how much I love that saying. Like, it's just, you can use it for so much. And I tend to be like, go, go, go all the time. So sometimes I'm like, Amy, you need to pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. I love it. Okay, I'm just going to continue. I just really love it.
It's important not to stop completely. You know what
exactly.
I mean? You just got to pump the brakes.
Stop.
Yeah.
You just need to slow down a little bit.
Any progress forward is progress. You just don't have to sprint there.
Right. And I am that person. I can't help myself sometimes. Like, I get I just go. Because why wait? Like, you're just make a decision. You just do it. And sometimes that's not appropriate. And I get myself in situations where I'm totally overloaded. So I'm like,
and then you're like overwhelmed.
It's okay. Just pump the brakes.
Season 3 was great. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm not giving anything away unless someone's going to watch the show.
I might.
Yeah. I mean, I would like,
okay,
all this talk about it.
Some big major character dies.
Yeah. I mean, the one scene I saw was like, shit.
Yeah. And that's nothing.
This one's getting, like, this season's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Last season was great. And, like, you're seeing things, and I don't know. A lot of the characters have kind of switched roles or have progressed further in their career. So
or
it's
just
like
totally
a whole
died off.
Or that.
Mm-hmm.
Season 4 brings in the kids.
This is like the next generation of the drug pushers and these kingpins that
each season kind of has a specific thing that it deals with. So like season 1 was the beginning. That's setting up the characters, who's who, and trying to figure out how to arrest all these people that are, controlling the corners and the projects and whatever. And season 2 is like the port. Like, it's the people that are bringing stuff in and
stuff.
So that's a whole different thing. And then season 3 is kind of
regime
tying up loose ends
from basically season 1.
Yes, regime change is a very good way to put it, because it all happens really quick towards the end of season 3, where it's like, whoa. Omar's the hardest, and the now you have a new guy that's taken over everything,
Marlo,
and he's harder than everybody basically put together. His whole crew is just tough as shit.
Gangsta.
And the first scene of the fourth season,
it's Taylor's like favorite scene.
Oh my god,
he shared it on Facebook.
I did. I shared it on Facebook because it's an iconic scene. If you watch The Wire, it's an iconic scene because it's one of the girls in the show. Her name is Snoop, and she's like one of the hardest people in the whole show. Mm-hmm. And she's like that in real life too, which is awesome. But she's
not even acting.
No, because she's straight up from Baltimore. Like, they put her in like the show because
did they tell her it was a show? Or did she
yeah.
really think like this is my shit?
We're just gonna follow you around.
She's awesome.
She's like really murdering people.
I follow her on Instagram. She's
covering their bodies with like acid or whatever.
But she's in the hardware store. She's trying to buy a new nail gun, and like she's talking to this guy about this nail gun because they are basically killing people in vacant houses and nailing the doors shut, and that's why she needs this dope ass nail gun. And she just pays him in cash, like pays him like $200 more than what it is.
$669 plus tax. She just hands him cash. She's like, no, you got to go to the register. And she's like, nah,
handle that for me.
Handle that for me.
And he's like, well, you paid me like all this money. And she's like, you weren't that like a motherfucker. And she just walks out. She's
$800 cash. Just like whips it out like it's nothing.
I'm telling you, it's one of the best written
I'm gonna
shows.
watch it. And I think I'm going to get Hulu.
You should.
You don't
Because
have Hulu?
No, because I want to watch Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, that's intense.
Two
And makes
clients
you,
in the same
like-
week said you have to watch it, and I didn't even bring it up.
So I haven't
meant to
watched
be.
the second season because it kind of got a little weird.
Did it jump the shark, as they say?
It just, I liked the first season. The first season is the book, so it's like it makes sense. And then I think they kind of like, now they're kind of pushing it.
I don't even know what the premise of this. What's the story?
It's pretty messed
every
up
horrible
right here.
thing you could ever do to a person with a vagina. So, think this day, common age, where politics are crazy and whatever. This party takes over. They're very religious. People are no longer reproducing. Women can't get pregnant. If they do, they lose the baby. So very few children are being born. So it starts this whole religious thing. They took over the world, or the country, basically. Not the world, because I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. Maybe it's the country. Anyway, so the people that have had children in a certain amount of years are the people you see in red. And they are assigned to a family, a political person, someone in charge, in power. And the husband basically rapes them on a schedule to get them pregnant. The wife holds them down, the girl down, while the husband rapes her.
I'm not watching this.
It's one of those that, like, it's not.
It has the chick from Gilmore Girls.
The mom?
The daughter?
Or the daughter?
Oh, the daughter,
Isn't she in
Rory.
it? Yeah.
She's in it. I mean, it's
Alexis
one of those that,
Bledel.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's painful to watch sometimes, but it's one of those that, like, it's
like they're slaves to it.
oh yeah, that
for
you
the rest
have
of
to,
their-
and
yeah.
they like, I mean, and they do horrible things to these women if they're. I mean, it's out of control.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of those, like, important to watch. Like that, not that could happen, but those extreme things are possible. Happen in other societies, happen in other places. And it's, so when you see a lot of, like, the Me Too movements or Trump or, protests and things, you'll see these women. The Kavanaugh was another one where a lot of women were dressing because he's not so much on women's rights. So that's where you'll see the red capes and the outfits and things. I think it's one of those, it's really important to watch as a female in particular, to see how easily things like that can happen.
Yeah.
Because as it goes along, like, first they, like, they literally, the woman that it's based on, like, they go into her job and her boss is like, I'm sorry, like, you guys are all fired, all the females, because they're no longer allowed to work. Then her bank card stops working because the husband now has charge of all the finances and she's not allowed to have a bank account. She's not allowed to do any of those things like that. And the girl, she was happily married and had a little girl. When all of it's like it's flashbacks to, like, kind of how it went, and them trying to, like, get to Canada and to and it's crazy. Her daughter gets taken away from her because all the children do, because all the children are
busy. I
a lot to watch.
I got the Handmaid's
just from being
Tale.
gone for, like, 2 weeks. I have, like, all, like, I gotta catch up on Grey's. I watched
There was
Amsterdam.
there
I
was
watched
no
The
Grey's
Resident.
last Thursday.
I know, I saw that, which
don't know
helps
why.
because it, like, helps me, like, have some time to catch up. I'm into all these, like, medical. I'm like all the medical shows I watch now. I love The Resident. I love that guy. He was on Grey's Anatomy, or not Grey's Anatomy. He was on
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls too. I love
Logan.
him. Logan. There's something about him. I love him, and he's an awesome character in The Resident.
Okay, well, that's
So
good
you
to
would
know.
like it. He's like a total badass that, like,
He's a resident.
does medicine because he wants to,
Oh,
I want to watch it.
and, like, yeah, no,
So
he's
busy.
good. New Amsterdam's
so
good
fucking
too.
Busy.
Get him
Can
an
hang out.
OR.
Busy.
stat.
Watching shows.
Real quick, do you want to do
Yes, the Hall of Fame.
Oh
Hall of
yeah,
Fame.
yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I
What do
just
we
want
got?
to
What do
see
we
if you
got?
guys like any of these. Def Leppard,
Yeah.
Devo,
Oh,
Janet Jackson,
oh,
Yes.
I've seen her in concert a bunch of times. Love her.
John Prine,
Never heard of him.
Kraftwerk,
No.
LL Cool J,
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
MC5,
I don't know that one.
Well,
Radiohead,
Okay.
Rage Against the Machine,
Okay.
Yeah.
Roxy Music,
Nope.
Rufus featuring Shaka Khan,
Yes.
Stevie Nicks,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The Cure,
Yes.
The Zombies, and Todd Rundgren.
don't know. Who's the
That's
zombies?
I don't know.
Zombies. They. Oh man, what is the name of their song? Zombies.
So what's the deal? These people are all nominated.
They're nominated.
right?
They're nominated. Yeah.
And then like who votes? A bunch of old white dudes.
I think everybody can vote. They just
Everybody
have to
can
go
vote?
to the website.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have to go to the website.
How many people get voted in?
I think 5.
Is it
I
only
I feel like
5 out of the
Stevie
whole
Nicks
list?
deserves this.
Yeah. No, I went to see them in concert a few years ago. It was just. Oh. Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
That's a zombie.
Great song.
But
I
how
feel
many
like
other
we're gonna
songs have they
sing
had
right
out?
It's the best. I love this song.
That's an awesome song.
We
No,
don't
it's a
own
great
rights to
song.
that song.
No, I can't play more.
We can't play more than
that.
that.
I can't turn it off.
So I went to see Fleetwood Mac. What was it like 04, 03, 04? I spent like all my money on the tickets were so crazy expensive, and I was like 17. I'm like, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Who knows they're gonna be back?
We've already got tickets for him.
We're going to see him April 5th, 2019. I
But
bought them
the
basically a year in
problem
advance.
is, Stevie Nicks wasn't even on stage half
Yeah.
the time.
Why?
Lindsay was phenomenal. He was
That's what I hear. I'm
amazing.
so
Like him on a
upset he's not gonna be
guitar
on
is
stage.
like he was like mesmerizing. I've never seen anything like it. He was the show,
Yeah.
and they fucking kicked him out.
She was just on American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
she
she was
was.
She
singing.
did the Coven.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, and they
episode.
brought it. Yeah, they brought her back.
Oh, did she come
Yeah,
back?
she
for
was
another
just
one?
on last week's, maybe.
Nice.
I don't want. I should really pick back up on.
It's bringing all the seasons together.
I hear that.
It's
And they brought back
amazing.
everybody
That's
from
pretty
Murder
crazy.
House. So
Yes.
season 1 was
Season 1 was
there.
great.
That's just great.
It was such a great season.
That sucked me in. Season 2 scared the crap out of me.
Was that the circus one?
No, that was the
What was the
fourth
That
one.
was the
Oh,
That was a freak show. Season 2 was the Asylum.
Oh,
That one scared
yeah.
the shit out of me.
The haunted house
Possession.
one. Oh my god.
The Murder House, the
The
first,
first
one.
one.
The one in North Carolina.
No, I probably didn't see
Like
that one.
the ghosts killing people. You have to watch it.
Season 3
First
was
an
the
R.
Coven with
I
the
liked
witches.
The Coven.
I liked it too.
It wasn't too crazy.
I
feel
never
like.
finished season 4. That crown creeped me out.
And the Lady Gaga with the hotel. The hotel. That was a good
I
one.
saw
never
some
finished
of
the
that.
hotel.
I didn't finish it
Kind of
either.
lost me a little bit.
It got a little. I mean, they're all weird. Let's be honest. But it was like a little. But I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a crazy whole thing.
Well, that
Crazy fucking
about
show.
wraps us up for this week's show.
Excellent job.
I'm
Everyone
so
did
happy to be
phenomenal.
back.
I'm
Thank
so
you for
glad you
calling
Yeah.
me
showed
and
up
waking
today.
me up.
No.
John did a great job. Shout out John Wilcox for
Filling in.
filling in. I appreciate it.
Also, before we get out of here, make sure to check out Friday. We're dropping the first episode of Let's Talk About It. I have a pretty cool interview.
Ooh, that's the name. I haven't heard the name yet.
Let's talk
I
about it.
like
Talk about
it.
it.
Let's
Yep.
talk about it.
I got Leo at Leo Copper Art working on some logos. We got another show also that is in development
Wait,
besides
can
this.
you like pump the brakes a little bit? Look at you go.
Oh.
He's always thinking. He's
breaks.
always planning for the future.
We are. And yeah, we got a lot of things going on. It's coming up soon, including brand new commercials soon.
Nice.
Wow.
I could use a new as I'm listening. I'm like, I heard this one before.
I give you
Yeah.
great one-liners for that.
Yeah,
You do.
right?
There's a
Seriously.
bunch. Problem is now I got to go back and find them all.
Didn't you write it down? You took notes.
I did.
Do you
I've
have
taken
your
some
notes
notes.
still? Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah.
They're in the notepad somewhere.
I can just hear it now. I wanted to be a horse. Cut. That's a wrap.
Done.
Well, great job this
Mic
week,
drop.
ladies. Everybody say peace out.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.